Good afternoon. Today on Business Success in Six with Stacie, I have Bailey Nelson here from BVisions Media. He is the owner and he happens to be 2022's Young Entrepreneur of the Year in La Crosse Chamber. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Yeah, means a lot.
Absolutely. What an exciting award. And I know it's well deserved. So if you don't mind, I would love to ask you 6 questions about BVisions Media. Is that okay, Bailey?
Perfect. Ready to go.
Awesome. Here we go. When people ask you what your business, BVisions Media, does, how do you describe it?
Basically, I just tell them we're a huge creative media house that offers just a wide variety of things. When I say huge, it's mainly just me and a select few, in our team. But we just offer a wide variety of stuff when it comes to weddings or real estate, photo, video work for agents, company branding films. If somebody needs something to really show who they are, and building upon their personal brand or company film, and just making a great comprehensive story in a video form. That's kind of where we come in hand, and we offer just a wide variety of stuff. So
Very, very important for companies and individuals when they're celebrating a wedding or something to document that. So I know I talked to you a little bit before I pressed record, and you have been in business for 5 years now. What were your plans when you started 5 years ago, and how have they changed?
yeah, I mean, I always had a camera around. When I was younger, I was super into it, and that's kind of when all of like content and stuff became bigger and bigger, and just kind of catching the wave early. Filming stuff with friends, filming stuff for couples and weddings, and trying to monetize that and transform that into more, has kind of been the steady path. And then as that has caught traction here and there, it's just obviously opened my mind, and just trying to actually be an entrepreneur and actually fulfill that mindset and what I wanted that to encapsulate. So just kind of rolling with the punches, and if somebody needed something, then I'll just figure it out, and I'll provide the best thing that I can for them, whether it's an array of things. But it's really changed over the past 5 years for sure. I was in school for nursing, dropped out. I worked construction a year after high school. Just kind of had odd end jobs here and there, but also fell in love with the service industry. I was a restaurant server and food runner and all those things. But growing with that culture and learning what that's all about, I have only great things to say in that field of character development, and then also doing my thing during the day and working at night. And it's just I've kind of been a weekend warrior since the beginning. And
Okay.
then with weddings are on the weekends, and serving on the weekends, and so it's just kind of been built into my DNA per se. And it's just like trying to be productive, and kind of trying to fulfill what I'm going for. So it's transformed a lot. I kind of spurred into a lot of things there, but yeah.
Absolutely, definitely. Well, it's great that you've continued to grow through that in just 5 years and into that special award. So what is the biggest way you impact the community?
The biggest way impact the community. I try to, shed light. I am, a younger folk when it comes to the bigger like business development groups, and just are out and about and around. But just trying to consistently follow like just positive traits, and taking empathy in fact, and trying to do the right thing. We make mistakes and mess up all the time, but with having that in mind when it comes to client delivery, and also just being out and about, you have to build your own personal brand in a way, like how are you um, perceived when you walk into a room, or when somebody's going to be working with you? Do they expect the highest level of delivery from you, or do they expect like a mediocre product? So I think having a bloodline of a few entrepreneurs and learning as I go and growing up fast, um, I think I've gained a lot of character traits that have outburst into the community as well, when I'm trying to grow as a person.
Absolutely. It's interesting you say that too, because our coaches talk to our clients a lot about making sure that they have the right positive mindset and they're surrounding themselves around the right people. So that's
Mhm.
really, really important that you're doing that. And then just doing that out in the community, it comes back to us. We really have to make sure that we're expressing the right things, because people do talk and it will come back in a positive way. So congratulations.
Definitely. Thank you. Yeah, I think being generous too. I mean, it's not always seen or thanked in the highest way, but just continue to be generous and working in the restaurant industry and working for tips per se. Um, like I don't know that things kind of can bounce off each other, and I just think just continue to be generous, and it'll come back to you in some way or shape or fashion. So
Absolutely. And generous, it means fiscal, but a lot of times it just means sharing gratitude, right? When you're generous with those compliments, that comes back too. So
and actually mean it too. Like you can say that or kind of do that, but just kind of remembering what you want to embody, and then to continue to at least chip away at it here and there, even if it's not all the time, but just trying to do the right thing in business and in personal. So
absolutely. Yeah, I love that you said and really mean it because we can't expect anything back, but just when we mean it, it naturally happens. So what is one challenge that you have faced that other business owners could learn from?
one challenge. I think, when you have a disgruntled customer or something has went wrong, or even doing the things to prevent that from happening is to, either if they have a problem that, you need to find a solution, but also to over deliver on that. I think we all know that as, in businesses, over delivery is, the best way to conduct things, but also that's providing less opportunity for that bad thing to happen. So just rolling with the punches and just kind of doing the best that you can, and showing, like I said, gratitude or generosity through that process. They're going to treat you, with that same back if you're not coming back at them, so like always just trying to do, that much better or that much more, so you're preventing any future catastrophe,
Yep.
later on down the road. So
Yeah, you're absolutely right about that. And when we do make mistakes, it isn't just such a great opportunity to show, this might have not gone perfectly, but I'm going to make it right and I'm going to make it even better than what you thought it was going to be. So that's a really good point that you share. Thank you.
correct. Yeah.
So next question, what does the future look like and do you have an exit plan?
No exit plan. It's kind of funny. I think, investors or, maybe people onto their third or fourth business or something, that, and they crowdfund or, get into some business with an exit plan in mind. That's fine. But also, like, I'm doing something that I really enjoy and I love. And when it comes to video and content or photo or whatever, I mean, the visual is never going to go away in the world that we live in today. So, like, digital media and marketing and all that stuff, I do things with passion, and I think that shows in my work. So, no exit plan, just continue to grow and continue to roll with the punches. I don't know what will happen in 5 to 10 years. I'm just going to continue to do my thing and continue to try to have balance and stuff like that. But it's kind of funny. I just wanted to get into this a little bit. In 6 days, less than a week, me and my best friend are going to be on a flight to Bangkok, Thailand,
Wow.
um, to take just reset and encourage that balance, and actually do the things that you want to do. And the main reason I think that we both agree in is to find that reset after a long hard working year, um, and to embody balance, and to use that as opportunity to grow, um, and just like take a step back. So we're going to be there for an extended period of time, about 6 weeks,
Wow.
and just kind of
Congratulations.
take a step back, explore, and live life, a little bit, and then come back ready to hit the next year running. So
That sounds absolutely amazing. I was reading a book recently and they talk about if you love your job, you don't have to go on vacation to recover. You go
mhm.
on vacation to rejuvenate. So that's
mm,
like that's
mm,
exactly what you're doing is that rejuvenation
exactly.
process. Awesome.
Yeah,
six
yeah,
weeks. That's going to be wonderful.
yeah.
All subjects open. What inspires you most?
What inspires me? Seeing seeing older business people continue to be empathetic. I worked under notably, his name is Don Weber. He owns a few bigger businesses in the La Crosse area. And when I was a server at his restaurant, the Charmant in La Crosse here, just seeing his presence, seeing how he treats his employees. We had people from Colombia, cooking there, on a visa, and just providing them with, financial and just, healthy, motives, and all the people that he employs. I just like to see that resilience and the continued empatheticness coincide for a long period of time. So I think just to continue to do that, my grandpa was a really nice entrepreneur, and he did good work. And I think just to continue to try to embody that, because I think generosity and caring and giving more than you take will always come back in some sort of fashion. And you're going to make mistakes along the way, but if you embody 80% of that or 60% of that, I mean, it's better than zero. So just do the best you
Absolutely.
can.
Yeah, humanity at its best, right? And focusing on that.
Yeah,
That's very, very wonderful. Bailey, thank you so much for your time today. Now, if somebody wants to get in touch with you, especially describe this because you're going to be in Bangkok for 6 weeks, what is the best way for them to get in touch with you or your business, or what do you want people to do?
sure. So I'll still be working, getting ready for projects coming up in the spring. I'm ready to go by April, but you can find me at bvisionsmedia.com, or bvisionsmedia@gmail.com. I mean, there's contact forms for Facebook and all that stuff. LinkedIn would be great too. I would love to connect with anybody. So
Perfect. And I hope that you will share some of those lovely pictures that you're going to be taking out there
for
with
sure,
our community.
for sure, for sure.
Awesome. Such a pleasure meeting you. Safe travels, and we look forward to seeing more from you, Bailey.
Sweet.
Congratulations on Young
Yeah,
Entrepreneur of the Year.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.